When you are talking about Eleiko barbells, you have a lot of choices, and the choice of the bar will depend on the goal. If you look in the men's training, you have two main bars. You have what we call a powerlifting bar, and then we have a weightlifting bar. They're very different bars because they accomplish different goals. The one I've got right here is a powerlifting bar. Now the powerlifting bar will be used mainly in lifts like deadlifts, squats, bench press, so very slow lift. And the way you can tell the difference is you kick it in the middle. Now this is good quality steel, the bar will vibrate. But since the Eleiko barbell for weightlifting competition requires fast lifts, the bar has to have more bend. So when I kick it, as you can see, it has more vibration. The reason why it has more vibration is you want a bar that's very elastic. The big advantage of the Eleiko barbell for weightlifting competition is it has a lot of bend. So in movements like the jerk, what it allows you to do is use what we call the bounce of the bar to lift a load. And it's much easier on the joints when you have a bar that is bendable. If the loads are very high, like in squat and deadlift, you need a bar that doesn't bend as well, and it's a bar that will take heavier weights. When you need to have a fast lift, you want the Eleiko barbell for weightlifting. Of course, because of the rules, we also have a women's bar, which is 5 kilos lighter, but also has a smaller diameter to accommodate a woman's small hands. And in this manner, women can train. And you can also use them for the slow lifts. The big advantage is that the women's bar is a lower starting weight. So instead of starting at 20 kilos, she can start at 15 kilos. And because the diameter is smaller, it's easier for her to control the bar. The next choice is a very light bar. It's only 10 kilos, and it's made to handle as much as 100 kilos of load. But that's for people who start, they're very weak. So teenage athletes will do great with that bar. And the last choice we have is what we call the technique bar. The technique bar is an extremely light bar. It only weighs 5 kilos. With the growing epidemic of obesity in childhood, this is a very good bar because kids can start when they're very weak, learn the technique, get stronger, use plates, and when they graduate, they can move on to the other bars we see beforehand.